Hello, I'm Sharp King back once again. You saw the title of the video. Ippo round 1499 came out today. We're almost at 500, 1,500 chapters. George is a machine. Is George a human being? 30 years straight. Sure, he's taken his breaks. He's had his ailments, but my goodness, this man's a Terminator. This man might have broken to a superhuman tier level. But yes, the chapter came out today at 12 o'clock apparently. I was expecting to be at around 20 minutes, but it's been out. It's 12. Well, no, it's like 1:40. I should have checked it earlier. It's funny. How could a person wait for a game to come out that they can't even play? But life is funny, isn't it? But let's get right into it. So the chapter is called Sinking the Teeth In, and all I gotta say is somebody from that title is getting whooped. I don't know who it is. Quick recap, Sendo and Ricardo is still going at it. Round 1 ended not that long ago. Ricardo says he's gonna switch from the 9mm to the heavy duty rifle, and Sendo's like, I'm gonna show him what I got. Will he be able to deliver, or will the Shimabuku equation play a part? But it starts with the announcer. They're sticking to their mid-range. They're sticking to mid-range at the center of the ring. Their stubbornness is unwielding as their fists. Neither fighter was conceded the distance. Round 2 starting up a full strata as Sendo's fist roared. As Ricardo still throwing out jabs, but Ricardo throws out a jab. Sendo apparently slips or parries it with his hand. The announcer said the champion's left. Pow! Snap the champion. It snaps at the challenger's cheek. Yeah, it snaps the challenger's cheek. My bad. And that's it says he's undaunted. He won't let up. He pushes in unfazed. Well, look at Sendo's shoes. He wasn't wearing these shoes, but look at his boots right now. And Sendo throws a right hand, blam! It connects, but it only connects from Ricardo's guard. And the announcer says a massive blow. Even with the block, the destructive power cannot be stopped. And the crowd's like, blow him to bits, Sendo. Go, go, go. Break his arm if you have to. And Sendo goes for a left. And Takamo is like, Tch. And AJ's like, well done. And Sendo's like, ah! And he throws out 2 different punches, but Ricardo's still blocking. The announcer says a barrage of heavy shots. The Tiger lets loose a roar. And the crowd's like, nice, keep at it. Go, go, go. Ricardo jabs, Sendo blocks. Sendo follows up with a left. Ricardo moves his hand to intercept to block it. As he manages to block, blam! Sendo follows up with a right hand. Ricardo manages to block. The announcer's like the champion's right holds a steadfast guard. He responded with only his left. However, that left isn't stopping the challenger one bit. Blam! He gets hit again. If one of these punches lands clearly, the Tiger fans are truly spine chilling. And the crowd's like, yosh, yosh, yosh. And that's just like the audience. The audience is heating up as well. And the crowd is like, go, go, Sendo, go, go, Sendo, go, go, Sendo. And Ippo's like, he's throwing more and more. And Miyata's like, his engine's turned over. And we're seeing splush, splush. Wait, this is sweat from who? And Ricardo says to himself, I suppose I could cook blocking like this, but all this sweat is telling me that it's dangerous. The pressure, the impacts, these punches will crush me even through my guard. This destructive power is unprecedented. As you see a tiger about to bite Ricardo's hand. And it bites something. There's blood flying all over the place. It tore off some hamburger meat. My goodness, look at the... It tore off some hamburger meat. And Ricardo continues. His velocity is only increasing as time passes. He's a true carnivore. As Sendo charges in. And Ricardo continues. I plan to get a taste of such wildness in a match with Warley. It is what it is if that name changed. Ricardo uses his footwork and he gets behind Sendo as Sendo whiffs. And Ricardo continues, I suppose primates and carnivores differs. And that's like the champion takes distance. Is he low to continue this punch out? That audience like, you're scared, Ricardo. Go, go, Sendo. Sendo, Sendo. But Ricardo says to himself, but this is different. And the crowd's still yelling at Sendo. As Sendo looks back at Ricardo, and we see a tiger. We get this close-up shot with Sendo next to the tiger. He looking like an animal. And the crowd's still yelling, Sendo, 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 Sendo. And Sendo charges at Ricardo. He throws out 2 punches. Ricardo slips left and right. Looking like Jose Mendoza. And the crowd's like, you got him now, Sendo. Get him, get him. And Miata's like, not bad. The more you throw, the greater a chance it might land. And Ippo clenches his fists and says, God, Sendo's in like, it's Ippo sweaty. He's getting juiced up. Ricardo, Sendo throws out a punch. Ricardo slips in and parries. And then we see some silhouettes of a hand dropping a whip and picking up a rifle. Blam! But Sendo still returns fire. And then we hit another silhouette of Ricardo holding a gun. And it fires to be continued. And that's it. Once again, it was alright, decent chapter. A lot of juicing up, a lot of hype towards the Sendo. But as I said before, Ricardo is just too comfortable. He's still too timid. He's still too relaxed. And apparently, it's only till now he's taking Bill Stewart advice to switch to the heavy caliber. Cause we literally see a silhouette of him dropping the whip, picking out a gun. He throws out a jab, blam. Sendo still throws a right, left, and he slips out of the way of it. But now it seems like he's loading up the rifle, and it fires. I would have expected Ricardo to pull out the rifle a lot quicker than this. And some might say, well, would I say that? Because with the fight with AJ Dante, as soon as Dante took that right and he was still going on and he was still applying pressure to Ricardo, he was like, well, you know what? Maybe I might have overestimated him a little bit, you know. It wouldn't be too bad if, you know, if I kick it up to another gear and go back to how I used to be. And not treat this as just another title fight. And then he started to obliterate AJ Dante. Now some might say, is that triggering the El Diablo? No. Like I said before, that's still just another title defense, but it's just Ricardo stopped being so lax and actually started to put it on him. And to prove that point, because we've never seen, if that was a similar case, we would have seen the same face he gave Wally, and we never did. The face he gave Wally is the only time we've ever seen him give that reaction to boxing. Literally. We've had several. We've seen Ricardo Martinez go against Ippo in sparring. We've seen Ricardo Martinez go against AJ Dante. We've seen Ricardo Martinez go against Billy McCone. We've seen Ricardo Martinez go against several other people. And he's never gave that reaction like he did Wally. Never. Never. Even when Alf got dropped and Millie rocked and shocked and dropped, the expression of Ricardo's face was just neutral. So no, I don't think that's that. Well, you know, it could be cut. No, that's not El Diablo Ricardo. That was just Ricardo realized, you know, he gotta get the job done. Stop playing games. So let's end this right here now. But overall, a lot of Sendo hype, and they have said, well, you know, whether he blocks it or not, it is, you know, having an effect on him. He is starting to sweat. He is starting to feel the pressure from Sendo that he's laying into him with these punches. But they miss Ippo. Like, it maybe before, like early in the day, I was thinking like, I know the chapter's gonna come out. If Sendo beats Ricardo and tells Ippo, I'm waiting for you, Marco Narucci, you'll be like, no, it'll be too much. It'll be too much, man. If that happens, you might have to go to Japan and send George to jail. It'll be too good. Too good. But it seems like everybody's hype. Everybody's, you know, interested in it. Everybody's excited that Sendo's, you know, applying some pressure to him. But ironically enough, this is the same round where he switched up on Dante and actually got serious. And actually, you know, stopped trying to fight him like he did Billy McCollum. The same round, can you remember how he did great and he told Bill Stewart, oh, this is, you know, this is the I threw my whole body weight into that right hand and he was still there. Maybe would it be so bad to go back to how I used to be and actually take this seriously? Well, something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. He did say go back to how I used to be, but mm, mm. Well, what if you was to go do that? Would that be the El Diablo I'm being for? No, no, it's not. You completely see it when his facial expression completely changes. Completely. And then it's not even just the face he gave to Wally. The way he was looking at Sendo afterwards. Like, come on, you gotta be you. It gotta be you. So, but it does bring it to a contention beyond the rifle thing. Whether the rifle is a jab or the rifle is his right hand, it doesn't make any difference. Cause we know with either hand he's deadly. Cause we seen how he picked Billy McCullum's guard, Philly Shell apart, where he pretty much gave him the Mishima treatment and just messed up his shoulder. Well, he couldn't do anything. He was just overwhelmed with the jab. So, in this case, it is interesting to see which one it is the heavy caliber rifle, especially if it is just a jab, and what that kind of does to Sendo. Cause hype up for Sendo, but he's just doing the same old thing and just applying pressure to him. Now, what I do like what he's doing better in this chapter is he is slipping more. He's not just blindly taking the jab. He does slip out a few of them. Now, he doesn't slip and step in like he did against Alfredo Gonzalez, but he was able to, slip or deflect him off the guard as he slides in, as he goes in deep. So, as he able to slip past the guard, go in deep, and punch this man rib cage. Which is very surprised we have yet to see he throw anything to the body. Which is very strange. Because, go at Ippo, he will just pop Ippo in the body out of nowhere. But then again, that's kind of how Sendo fights. He did the same thing as Gonzalez. He was throwing no type of body blows. Did I know? Just blam! So, Sendo's real fired up real now. He's real juiced up. But, everybody's decided. Everybody's buying into it. And it's just, I won't say I'm concerned like I was last chapter. Even with the whole Ricardo's hinted towards he's switching to a hella caliber this time. Because I don't technically know what's going to happen. Because even with the high caliber, go back to that outfight. I was popping Sendo with them jabs, man. It was just, he busted up his nose and everything. He was still going at him. So that's why I've been, if that right hand lands, or like a left hook, or something just outside of traditional. Ironically, not only have we not seen Ricardo use his right hand, we have not seen him throw any hooks or uppercuts, or none. So, I don't know. Yeah. I just find that strange. Just Bill told you to switch to the heavy caliber last chapter, and you dove into the tiger's cage last chapter. Why are you still using the whoop feel? It's like a lion tamer at the circus. Alright, he goes back to his back to his stage coat with the gun, right? And he comes out with the whip still. Alright, Tiger, this last time you better not try to claw me one more time. I want you to go back to your cage. Whoosh, and the Tiger claw like his whole shirt off. He's like, alright then, you've left me no choice. Now he's pulling out the gun. Took you long enough. Oh yeah. I don't know why this chapter left me real neutral. But outside I was like, alright, let's get to it. Seeking a teeth in. And you get the whole image of Sendo tearing this man's arm off, and it's just, my goodness, it's just... At least, I'm glad the crowd said, I don't care if you break his arm or something, just like, keep going at him. I still believe everything I said. The fight hasn't started until, the real Ricardo comes out. Now, this is not like an out situation. where he's like, "Come on, man, I just like I didn't come here for to be taught like a schoolboy. I came here for a scrap. This is different. Uh, the El Diablo's Ricardo is Ricardo 100% to the sport. What he joined the sport for is what he loves. He's a vicious animal, a ruthless predator. But it's just mm, mm, it's strange. Cause with the Wally fight, up to that last moment, Ricardo was still the way we've seen Ricardo throughout the entire series. It's very weird. Very weird. I don't know, I just thinking back at it and just think about some things with the chapter itself, and it's just not a lot happened per se. But now that I think about it, it's very weird. Because rather one or two things are gonna happen, right? Because even then, like looking back on the Alf fight, like Alf was like popping Sendo's head back with them jabs. Like in the first round, Sendo was already bloody. So it's just, and we seen what Ricardo's jab can do to somebody just by overwhelming them. We seen him shut down Billy McCullum's whole Philly shell with that. So it's just, you've seen him throw no type of like that's very weird. It's, I don't know. I might have to go look back at that AJ fight because I've seen Pete some parts of it, like for videos and stuff, but it just, I know we seen him apply punches to the body. We have seen him throw uppercuts and combinations in the anime with AJ Dante when he was overwhelming him. Took the fight seriously and stopped, fighting like he was going to go against Billy McCullum. Actually took him seriously. But it's strange because I would have given, like right off the back, he would have been switched to the higher caliber. It's not like Sendo connected and just like, alright, we're not playing games anymore. He's really just, Sendo started to get close and started to slip his jab. And he's just like towards the end, alright then. This might have been a little bit too foolish to respect, to keep doing it. But then again, there is a psych factor in here where it's just, he did cause Freddy Gonzalez to second guess himself. We're trying to counter the knuckle drop, even though it was so obvious. Because of the pressure, because of the intensity, because of the ruthless applying pressure to him. But I don't see that stopping Ricardo though. Because this is exactly what he wanted. And he said maybe it was foolish to try to use Wally as a training dummy for Sendo, since, mammals and tigers are two different things. A different type of intensity. But that's the problem. It's not like Wally is a chimp. Well, a gorilla. Wally is a monkey. More like a baboon per se, or those other type of creatures. It's a different type of violence. In a way, it's not really like that chimp type of savagery. But yeah, this does put me in an interesting pickle. Did the chapter feel fast to you guys? Something like that? Like I said before, we had the same thing happen with the Wally fight, or some other fights where we had one of these in-between chapters where maybe it'd be better if you binge read them back to back. But, it's just strange. Like, he switched up on Dante, like, alright then. I guess I can't just be laxed around. I gotta actually do... Because Dante never caused him to sweat. He just took a heavy punch, and, I got a big tie. It's just, that's the best right hand I could throw at him. So, I guess by the time I go back to where I was earlier, because those are two different things. What he did against Dante, the pressure he applied, is not the same thing we saw he do against Wally. That was not even the same person. And that whole reaction he gave staring down Sendo, that's not the Ricardo we used to know. So, I don't know. Because the theory still stands, the Shimabuku equation still stands. I honestly don't know what's going to happen after this. I really don't. cause I don't know. Somebody got to do something major, like this, cause it's pretty much a stalemate. Sendo can't do any heavy damage to Ricardo, and Ricardo can't do much to Sendo either. Sendo is a head up on points just because of the pure pressure, but depending on how it is, how it look, Ricardo could technically be up, cause he's taking no major damage and he's been landing jabs at Sendo. Cause technically Ricardo could be up on point. Sure, Sendo got a better ring generalship, but you've been getting popped this whole match. You haven't landed anything. So, and then Ricardo bring it to the pressure, and like that would be a fun strange. When he's fighting Billy McQuillan, Billy whiffed him the punch, and he was like spin tactical. That was great. But it was amazing. And that's when I made that whole questionable mental state video where he was contemplating should he let him get hit or not. And now he's getting drugged deeper into the tiger's cave, and he's just like, why? It's like he's a cartoon character. He's like Tom and Jerry, just like, why you keep trying to whoop like a full-grown tiger? For what you expect to happen? Ah, you at it. Wait a minute, stop, wait a minute. I thought you know. I don't know. It's strange. It is strange. Because outside of that, there's not much else to talk about, really. I have no negatives to say with the pressure Sendo's putting on. I have no negatives with Ricardo, you know. Because it could be a case, the reason why he hesitated on doing it was because of the whole, what Sendo was able to do to Alf, which is just, he could counter the knuckle drop if he wanted to. But he started to get afraid of the punching power of Sendo. In this case, it doesn't seem like that happening. He does recognize the threat of the Sendo punches, and just by them just connecting them to his body, he's starting to sweat. He might be overthinking it, but I can't see a scenario where Sendo just kind of steamrolls Ricardo like this. So that's why I'm not taking it as, well, you know, Sendo's doing something major, or Ricardo's finally like, oh, this next chapter, Ricardo gonna put him out of his misery. It's kind of a stalemate. I guess we're just gonna have to wait to see what happens, I guess. If an FW Candle got thoughts and opinions about the chapter, and, you know, Sendo's slipping a jab or two, but he's still getting hit from time to time. And do you have any theories of why Ricardo would hesitate, or why is this? Because it's just not what he wants. The way he was hyping up the ice fight, he was Al's biggest fan. Even with the ice fight with Ippo, Ippo was, like he said, he was jealous. And the fact to see Ippo clenching his fist like, yeah, go, he's just... I don't know, I'm kind of stumped. I guess all we can do is wait to see what happens, right? Yeah, I kind of wish I had more to say here, but that's all I got, really. Like how long was this chapter? Like, maybe it's just me or something. Maybe it's just, I don't know. It's like 11 pages. Yeah, he slips, get hit by the second jab. Sendo still pushes in on phase, throws a right hand, but blam, crowd juices him up. 1-2 on barrage on Sendo's on Ricardo's guard. Ricardo jab, Sendo managed to block it this time. Follows up with his left hand. Ricardo was managed to block, and he follows up with a right hand after that. Ricardo still blocked, but he's just now that I think about it, every no, like Sendo punches is causing Ricardo to shake. President rips off his arm flesh. Then Ricardo uses footwork, which is very strange. Oh no. Maybe I was a fool. Maybe I was idiotic. But guys, it might be happening. It might actually happen. No way. Nah, this won't happen this early. Let somebody say what I'm saying. Like Sendo's throwing heavy duty punches, so it makes sure why he's sweating, right? But Ricardo, this is round 2, and he's sweating. Is Ricardo Martinez nervous right now? And AJ Dante's like, well done. And like he throws a punch at Sendo's guard, right? It's only his Sendo's hand shaking. Sendo throws a punch towards Ricardo. His whole body shakes. When he follows up, his whole body shakes again. And then like he throws like a left after that. And he's like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Boys and girls, it might actually happen. No way. But this is different as he uses the footwork. He slips. Sendo throws, he slips another one, and he drops the whip, and he pops Sendo mid, like he pretty much counters Sendo like he's Shimomura, where instead of you counter afterwards, you counter before. Sendo throws the left hand, and he picks up the rifle. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as early as next chapter, Ricardo could switch up. Now, at first I thought, well, at first I thought it was just, well, it's some weird behaviors, so on and so on. Is this? But now that I think about it and relook at the pages, every time Sendo is punching Ricardo, like his whole body, upper body is shaking from the impact. Like this is different before. Before it's just, he's just landing and so on and so on, right? Now, like the man's whole body is shaking, and that's why Ricardo is like, I can't keep blocking like this because of the sweating. And then I don't think it was a smash when we get the whole tiger imagery. I don't think it was. Let's go back. Let's go back. Like I don't think it was a smash, even though it has the same imagery as one, but no one says it. I swear, if Ricardo throws a 1-2 next chapter, and he throws us back into that 1-2, I don't know, man. I don't know. That just changed my perspectives on it. I just thought, Sendo just landed more than like usual. But when I look back at the artwork and how much Ricardo is sweating, like he's just throwing basic jabs. Why is he sweating this much? Why? And then like the punches, like I need to do sound effects with it this time. I don't know. But the punches, like his whole body is it's like he's not being thrown off balance, but the impact is shaking his whole upper body from his shoulders to his head, even though he's blocking. That's ridiculous. So now within context, that last chapter is Ricardo's like, you know what? I'm tired of this. But put that whip down. I'm gonna blow this man dome up. Before I thought, Ricardo's just gonna switch to a heavy caliber. I don't know. I think something dangerous might happen now. I'm starting to truly think that Ricardo might attempt to drop Sendo next round. Cause now that I think about it, I thought isn't that weird? It's just strange. Like he kicked it at the higher gear for Dante for less. Went from first shift to third and ended Dante's career when he got to the fourth after that second failed heartbreaker shot. But now that I think about it, if Sendo was throwing out 6 and 7 and he's pushing 8 to 9 with how hard he's punching right now, then Ricardo's going from a basic whip to a baton and switching up to a heavy duty bolt action sniper rifle, and potentially he could be trying to upgrade it to a 50 cal. I don't know, but putting that in the context that Sendo is punching him that hard, well, I don't think we've ever seen any other person get punched so hard that their whole body is shaking. So I was saying his whole body is being shaken by these punches. So in that context, it does make sense. It does. I know you got thoughts and opinions about this. You're looking at that artwork, how Sendo looking real juiced up. Ippo's clenching his fist, so on and so on. I don't think Sendo gets dropped next chapter. I don't see that happening. But I do believe Ricardo, maybe because I didn't notice the signs earlier, And that is Ricardo. Remember how I told you about the whole if you get rocked or shocked or anything like that, like you go back to the basics? Ricardo is unknowingly going back to the way he was before. It would explain his thinking. It would explain why he wasn't all smiling with. It would explain why he's wearing purple shorts. No, like I said before, it would be idiotic for him just to throw everything in the kitchen sink, right? My goodness. I don't think it's. I was just looking at the picture wrong. I was looking at the puzzle wrong. He shut up to this fight to fight like the old days. And even then, right? He didn't say he overestimating Sendo. He's not saying that he's doing so and so. This is a Ricardo Martinez who's been trying from the start. Not to like put Sendo down, but like actually just trying to box him. Like he used to box in the early days of his career. It would explain every decision he's making right now. My goodness. He didn't come into this fight as the challenger. He came as a champion. He came into this fight as a challenger. Ladies and gentlemen, all I gotta say is put on your seatbelts. Put them on tight. I just have a feeling next chapter, whatever thing I was expecting it to happen like round 5, round 6. Whatever happens next chapter will be a slug out fight to the highest. I thought he was just gonna, hit him once or twice, or maybe rock Sendo towards the ropes. With the intensity Sendo's at now, and Ricardo's going to the heavy caliber, we could get some of the best Ippo boxing ever put to paper. We just gotta see. It's been a few K. We gotta like to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.